Hey, how y'all doing? Reverend Colonel here. Haven't been on in the last few days here. I know I've asked for prayer for my dad and stuff, and so many of you have been so good praying for my dad. My dad had been suffering with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, which is an irreversible disease. It's a scarring of the lung. And he fought this battle for like 3 years, went way past what the doctors thought he would, and just this Monday he passed on and went on to be with the Lord. So, good thing is my dad and we've had become closer in our later years, and we talked extensively about his salvation, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that my father is up there in heaven with the Lord, looking down on me, and hopefully proud. And he's up there with my brother and with my grandmother and grandfather, and they're all up there together with Jesus. And so he's not in pain anymore, and I have some grief and sorrow, but I also feel a lot of peace and a lot of relief because he is no longer in the pain he was in. And so I'm very grateful for that. So I've been taking time off from a lot of stuff, but I've been working on some projects here at home, and I'll just give you a quick look at what I'm doing. Um, I chopped down my tree that was way up there and was too close to my house and was causing us all kinds of allergies and stuff. I still got a little more cutting to do to get down to stump so I can remove the stump. You can see I am accumulating quite a bit of firewood that I'm going to have to split, and so I still got a lot of work ahead of me on all that. But on top of that, I'm also working on a project. We want to have some gardening done, and I'm getting some seedlings. And so I have made these shabby chic, my wife calls them, I think it's Soho chic or something like that. But anyway, this is all out of scrap material from jobs that I've done. And so they're imperfect, but they're meant to be. But they're strong and they're sturdy. This one right here is gonna be for onions, and so we're gonna grow onions in that. This one right here has to be much deeper because this is gonna be where our maters come from. We're gonna grow some maters, and you can see how deep this one goes. And then this one here, we're gonna put some okra in because we like okra because we're Texans, and that's what Texans do. They eat okra. So we got okra, maters, and onions, stuff we use a lot of around here. And gonna put some other bins here that I'm gonna do out of 55-gallon drums, and I'll show you that when I get those later. But here's what I'm doing on these. You can see that I've got gaps there in the wood, and the reason I have those gaps is so that water will drain out and we don't end up like with a mold problem going on. But so I don't lose all my dirt and nutrients, I'm going to wrap inside them with this material right here, which you can see right through. And this material here is going to keep me from losing my dirt and my nutrients, but it will allow the moisture to get out. So I'm getting ready to staple that in these, and then I got some free dirt here that I'm going to use just for some base dirt in the bottom, and then place my topsoil on top of that. And got some seedlings I'm going to pick up tonight that have already started and sprouted, so I won't be behind the curve because I've been really busy and really didn't get a chance to finish this project in time so that I could start with actual seeds. But we're getting some organic material that'll produce seeds that we can reproduce and use, and that way the plants that we harvest will be able to use the seeds from those plants, and we can have a self-sustaining garden here. So lots of work and lots of effort to get this thing started. It's not my first gardening attempt. I've had some successful ones, and I've had not so successful. This is my first time to do them up in the air, and the main reason I'm doing that is, well, I've got dogs, and that goes without saying why I don't want them down at the level of my dogs. And it also keep the rabbits and undesirable insects and things like that out of it, so that way I don't have any problems with varmints taking over stuff. So anyway, that's what I got going on right now. I got a little more wood chopping to do, a little bit on that. Taking a little bit of time off from doing other work right now because I'm still, I'm grieving with my about my dad and stuff, and I'm doing pretty good, really. I really am, and that is because of my faith in the Lord, and I tell you what, I just feel for anybody that just does not have a relationship with Jesus Christ, because without that, there's just no hope, and death is just nothing but gloom and horror and finality. And this is not finality for my dad. This is just a new beginning. This is his rebirth of his new body, without any pain, without any sorrow, without any of the worries that we have, and all the wisdom of the Lord at his fingertips, and glorious streets of gold, and feasts, and all his friends and loved ones, and past pets and things like that. And they say that the lamb can walk with the lion. So just imagine that, being up there in heaven, and you can walk right up with a lion and give that lion a pet, and snuggle with it. So, I mean, I know he's okay, and I know I'm going to see him again. And this time here on this planet is short, and I can't hang on to anything or anyone with a death grip, because none of it is mine. It doesn't belong to me. It's all on loan from God. And when you look at things like that, you can be a lot happier in life, and you can deal with things like grief and sorrow and loss and things like that a lot easier, because you didn't really lose it. It was only yours for a little while. You were just borrowing it. And so, anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I hope everybody else is doing well, staying safe, staying COVID free still. And staying prepared. The world is a crazy place. There's a lot of crazy things going on out there, and you just got to stay safe, and you got to be prepared. You got to be diligent, and this is the way. Reverend Colonel out.